My next guest has still got a fight coming up here on February 6th. Now he's going to be taking on Andre Ewell instead of Morab. It is Cody Stamann joining me here on the program. Cody, how's it going, man?
Yeah, it's good to see you, man. It's been a while.
It's been a minute, hasn't it? Yeah, you're. How did practice go today? I'm sure it's still going on. You're at the gym right now.
Yeah, I'm at the gym. I literally just finished up. I ended up running late. Yeah, so here we are. I mean, we got to make do, right?
Is the fight with Morab, is that cursed? Because it seemed like it just isn't working out. Now you got a new opponent here.
Yeah, I mean, December, oddly enough, I hurt my back. I asked for a little bit more time. I knew the back injury was going to set me back for at least a couple of weeks, and I wanted a full camp to prepare for Morab. Somehow, Morab gets a rumor that I have COVID, right? It says, I'm like basically a wuss for not fighting with COVID. Not true. And then, ironically enough, fast forward a couple months, here we are. Morab gets COVID, and he pulls out. So, this fight, it's been a long time in the making, and it's not going to happen this time around. But, I mean, I'm sure he'll keep winning, and I'll see him eventually down the road.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's like your Ferguson-Habib fight, so to speak, like the way it's been, scheduled and canceled and stuff. But, hey, at least you got an opponent here. Credit to Ewell for stepping up. I want to talk quickly about the last fight with Jimmy Rivera. What did you learn the most from that performance?
Well, I wouldn't call it a performance. I mean, mainly, I need to be prepared. You know what I mean? Like, I can't let my ego tell me that I can beat anybody. It doesn't matter where, when. And really, the only reason I fought Jimmy was because I thought that even though I hadn't really trained since the Brian Callagher fight, I was like, I'm still in decent shape. Maybe I can get this done. And I wasn't sharp. I wasn't in great shape. I didn't have the ability to push when I needed to, and that just tells me that I need to be a little bit more smart about my career, about the decisions I'm making. Like I can beat these guys. I know I can beat them. I had a nice fight with Jimmy Rivera on no training, and not in good shape. I'm fat. I'm out of shape. You know what I mean? And he's one of the best guys in the world, and we have a close fight, and it's like, dude, all you needed was like a month. Like you had a month of training to prepare for that fight. Like it would have been totally differently. You could have kicked off one of the best guys in the world. Like, what are you doing? Like, why would you make that decision? So, I mean, for me, it was just a terrible decision. And, moving forward, I said all the choices I make from now on are to get me to the top, so every fight that I choose from here on out is going to be calculated, and it's going to be smart. And it's going to be a fight that gives me, closer to the top.
Absolutely. You must be pretty happy not fighting in Abu Dhabi. Little quick drive for you to go to the fight this time.
Yeah. Hop in the car. I'll be there in 5 minutes. Yeah, dude, Vegas is nice. It's so nice living here, fighting here. I mean, I fight, I do my media, I go home. I'm literally, 5 minutes away. So I go home. It's 5 p.m. I get to celebrate with everyone. So I'm looking forward to doing that again. And, it's just logistically, it's just so much easier. I don't have to travel. I don't have to do anything. Everybody comes to me. It reminds me of fighting in LOP, back in Grand Rapids, when I was, fighting basically in my backyard.
Yeah, no, it's very convenient. And I know your manager's in Vegas now too, which is nice, right? So you can just go hang out. If you need something, just call up Jason or go to his house if he doesn't answer his phone, right? So
there you go, exactly. He missed a call on his front door.
Yeah, no, for sure. Andre Ewell, let's talk about him here. How do you feel like you match up against him?
Let's see. Long southpaw. I don't know too much about the guy. I've only watched a couple of his fights. From what I saw, I believe that I could probably set the UFC takedown record against him if I wanted to. See you, buddy. And but honestly, I would much rather fight him on my feet. You know what I mean? Like I know for a fact I can take him down at will whenever I want. But I'd like for this to be an exciting fight, and I think he's a really, really good guy to make that kind of fight because he throws a lot of shots. He likes to box. He sticks and moves. I like the way he fights, but I think there's a level of this game, and I'm going to show him a level he's never seen before.
Training partners, you got a lot of good ones at Xtreme Couture. Who are you mainly getting to work with for this camp?
So I was, just wrestling a ton. Finding the best wrestlers, the best grapplers, the guys that could really, really push me, and kind of doing like a gauntlet style thing in preparation for Morab. And then you put a whole 180 on that, and now I'm fighting someone completely different game plan. So now I'm looking for tall, lengthy southpaws. I train a lot with Mark Dickman, who's a tall, lengthy guy, and I actually train a lot with him for Morab because he's a really good wrestler. And then Kyle Reyes has been someone I was training a lot with, and before that, Benavidez and the normal guys that I train with. A young kid named Adam, he's a southpaw, good southpaw, good long southpaw. We're actually really similar to Andre Ewell. So I've already gotten the look. I'm done sparring. The hard work, the hay's in the barn, as we'd say in the country. I'm just ready to fight. I could do this tomorrow if we needed to. Now it's just about making weight and staying patient and waiting for the opportunity to come to me.
I don't know if you got to train with him, but I know Aljamain Sterling was in Vegas for a bit, and he mentioned when I spoke to him that you guys actually got to talk a little bit or something. And then obviously, when the Morab fight was booked, it was kind of like, okay, well, because obviously that's his boy. What was that like getting to see him and talk to him and stuff?
Yeah. Aljamain and I, we trained together. We drilled together a little bit. We sparred together once. It was nice, man. I like Aljamain. He's a good dude. I'm rooting for him against Peter Yan. It was unfortunate that I can't train with him now because Morab's name keeps coming up. But if the opportunity comes up again later on for us to work together, I don't see any. I have no issues with the guy. I got no issues with training with him. Yeah. I wish him the best. And after I kick the shit out of Morab, then we can train together all the time.
There you go. How's the weight cut going? You mentioned obviously got to focus on that. It's always a process, but how's everything going?
Yeah, weight's good. I can always be better, right? I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I'm going to make weight tomorrow by any means. I'm a big dude. It takes me a lot to get down to that weight. I normally step in the cage at 160 pounds, so you got to figure that I'm cutting an awful lot of weight. And it's a process. It started 2 months ago. I'm lean. I'm as low as I can. I'm at like a muscle thinning stage now where I got to kind of take a little muscle off my frame over the next, week and a half. And then the real weight cut starts that week. It starts Monday, really. The water loading and all that stuff that comes with it. So there's definitely a process. I have it down to a science. I know exactly what I'm going to do, when, what I'm going to eat. Thanks to the PI, I literally, I track everything. I have it literally down to a science. I mean that. And I know exactly, what I should weigh each day for optimal performance on fight night. So, the time to get here and understand the right way to cut weight took me a long time, but I'm here now and I got it down.
Who's going to be in your corner for this fight?
I don't know. It's up in the air. We'll see. I've thrown around a bunch of different names. I'm just going to see who kind of wants to do it the most, and we'll go from there.
To be determined. At least it's not like Abu Dhabi where you got to make them quarantine for a month, right? It takes forever.
Well, that, and you got to make that decision in 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Because they got to get Abu
all the testing and stuff. Yeah,
was crazy. I was lucky in Abu Dhabi that Eddie Bracco and Casey Halstead were already going, so they had kind of already gone through the protocol, and they had to go through it anyways. So I didn't feel quite as guilty, having to get on a 14-hour flight and then get locked in a hotel room for 2 days, because it does suck, man. It's hard, but it's kind of what we got to do right now to keep our jobs.
How's this fight playing out on February 6th?
Man, listen, I would want to be Andre Ewell on February 6th. I think there's a million ways for me to beat him. I think he's got one way to beat me, and that's to keep me the hell away from 15 minutes. Is he going to be able to do that in a little cage? No, I don't think so. Like I said, it's going to be a rough night for him. I'm very appreciative that he stepped up and decided to take this fight. But dude, I'm hitting on all cylinders. I was prepared to fight one of the nastiest dudes in the division, and that perfect thing. And I hope he's healthy. I hope he brings his. But honestly, don't see how he could beat me right now. I say that. There's a million ways to lose in the sport, but I really do mentally and physically feel like I am the best I've ever been.
A win over Andre Ewell, especially a finish, where do you think that situates you in the grand scheme of things? Because your record overall in the UFC is pretty good.
Yeah, it just puts me back in the driver's seat. It gives me the ability to, call my shot. You know what I mean? That's the biggest thing about this fight, is that when it's over and I have an impressive performance, I get to say, I want to fight this guy, I want to fight that guy. And, I got to have a name ready. I don't know. We'll see how things play out, but I want to fight the names. I want to fight the Frankie Edgars and the Jose Aldos and the big names in this division. I want big fights, so if I had the performance I know capable of, I'm going to be looking for one of those big names.
It's UFC Fight Night coming up here February 6th. Cody, thank you so much for the time, man. Just remind people where they can find you on social media, and if you got any sponsors or shout-outs, I'll give you the last word.
Everything's just Cody Stamann. Yeah, I appreciate you taking the time, and, it's been an absolutely crazy ride. I hope everyone's hanging on tight, and best of luck to everybody dealing with anything hard through coronavirus. Stay strong.